Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt the sheer scale of the cosmos pressing down on you? The silent, glittering expanse has whispered questions to humanity for millennia. What are we? Where are we going? And can we, somehow, transcend the relentless march of time? Today, we stand on the precipice of a new understanding, a new vision of what's possible. I want to share with you something truly revolutionary, Aditya's unified theory on time travel, energy, and exotic matter. It's a bold synthesis of ideas that dares to connect the dots between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. These aren't just abstract equations or science fiction fantasies. Aditya's theory proposes a tangible roadmap, a fusion of hard physics, cutting-edge engineering, and the most mysterious frontier of all human consciousness. It suggests that the keys to unlocking infinite energy and navigating the currents of time aren't hidden in some distant galaxy, but are waiting to be assembled right here using the principles that govern our universe. It challenges us to think bigger, to see the connections between the energy of a star, the heart of an atom, and the power of our own minds. This journey will stretch your imagination and challenge your perception of reality. We're going to explore concepts that sound like they've been pulled from the pages of a novel, but are grounded in the language of science. We will venture from the surface of our sun to the quantum realm, from the mechanics of the multiverse to the very nature of thought itself. So, prepare yourself. Let's break down 8 revolutionary concepts that could change our understanding of the universe. Our journey begins with the most powerful and life-giving object in our celestial neighborhood, our sun. For eons, it has bathed our world in energy, fueling life, weather, and civilization. Yet we capture only a minuscule fraction of its total output. Imagine for a moment that we could do better. Imagine we could capture it all. Aditya's theory posits this as the foundational step. Picture a network of hyper-efficient solar panels blanketing our deserts, our oceans, even our orbital space, working in perfect concert. Or for a truly cosmic ambition, envision a Dyson sphere, a megastructure completely enveloping our star, a celestial net catching every single photon, every joule of energy it radiates into the void. This isn't just about keeping the lights on, it's about amassing a reservoir of clean, virtually limitless power. This colossal energy budget would fundamentally transform our civilization. It would be the power source for everything that follows. Forget fossil fuels. This is stellar power, the energy of creation itself, channeled for our purposes. With this inexhaustible supply, we could build cities that defy gravity, terraform worlds, and most importantly, fuel the kind of extreme technologies that today exist only in theory. The full utilization of our star's energy is not merely an engineering goal. It's the first critical step toward becoming a species that can command the forces of space-time. It is the power plant for a time machine. While we reach for the stars, we must also look inward to the very heart of matter, the atom. Inside its nucleus lies a power so immense that its discovery reshaped the 21st century. I'm talking about nuclear fission, the splitting of the atom. Aditya's theory proposes we master this process not for destruction, but for sustained, continuous creation. Imagine a world where controlled atomic splitting isn't a rare, monumental event, but a daily rhythmic occurrence, as common as the sunrise. Small, safe, next-generation reactors, humming away in a global network, providing a constant, reliable baseline of power, day and night, rain or shine. Now let's amplify that vision. Combine this steady fission heartbeat with the immense power of nuclear fusion, the same process that fuels the sun, and the solar energy we're already collecting. You create a triple redundant 24/7 energy loop, a self-sustaining cycle of power that is simply staggering to contemplate. This isn't just about surplus energy, it's about creating an energy density so high, so focused, that it can begin to interact with the fabric of reality in new ways. This is the kind of power you need to generate the immense gravitational forces required for the more exotic concepts we're about to explore. This atomic rhythm becomes the engine that drives our journey through time. In the grand cosmic ballet, gravity is the dominant choreographer. It dictates the orbits of planets, the structure of galaxies, and the very shape of space-time. It holds us firmly to the ground. But what if there was a way to sidestep it? Let's consider the lightest, most abundant element in the universe, hydrogen. It's the primordial stuff from which stars are born. On Earth, Its lightness allows it to defy gravity more easily than any other element, escaping our atmosphere and drifting into space. Aditya's theory sees a profound potential in this simple characteristic. Could this inherent slipperiness be harnessed? The theory speculates that by using our immense energy reserves, we could manipulate vast quantities of hydrogen, not just as fuel, but as a medium. Imagine using its unique properties to find and exploit the universe's gravitational loopholes. Space-time isn't perfectly flat. It's warped and folded by mass and energy. Perhaps a vessel, shrouded in a field of energized hydrogen, could slip through these folds, bypassing the long, arduous journey through normal space. It's not about overpowering gravity with brute force, but about finding a cosmic path of least resistance, like a river finding a crack in a dam. This is the first hint of how we might travel not just through space, but through space-time itself. Einstein taught us that mass and energy tell space-time how to curve, and that curvature tells matter how to move. We experience this as gravity. So, if you want to create your own path through the cosmos, you need to generate your own gravity. You need to bend space-time to your will. But how? You'd need an object with incredible mass, or an even more incredible density of energy. This is where our mastery of fusion comes into play. Imagine a compact, miniaturized hydrogen fusion reactor, a pocket sun, designed not just for power generation, but as a space-time engineering tool. This device would focus the phenomenal energy of nuclear fusion into a single, infinitesimally small point. The resulting energy density would be astronomical, warping the local fabric of space-time in a profound way. The theory suggests that with precise control, this focused energy could create a stable, traversable wormhole, an Einstein-Rosen bridge, a tunnel through space-time, connecting two distant points or perhaps two different moments. It would be a surgical strike on the structure of reality, creating a temporary, localized passage. We wouldn't be traveling through space anymore. We would be stepping outside of it using a shortcut of our own making. The classic paradox of time travel is a formidable obstacle. If you go back in time and prevent your own birth, how could you have existed to go back in the first place? It's a logical knot that has stumped physicists and philosophers for decades. Aditya's theory offers an elegant, if mind-bending, solution. Don't travel within your own timeline. Instead, travel between timelines. This concept, which we can call dimensional time navigation, is built upon the multiverse hypothesis. The idea that our universe is just one of an infinite number of parallel realities, each with its own unique history and future. When you activate your time machine, you aren't rewinding your own past. Instead, you are navigating sideways into an alternate universe that is identical to your past, up to the point of your arrival. Any changes you make there, any paradoxes you create, ripple through that timeline, creating a new divergent future for that universe, while leaving your own origin timeline completely untouched. You could observe the past, interact with it, even change it, without the risk of erasing your own existence. Time travel becomes less like editing a document and more like saving a new version of it. It's a journey not just through time, but across the vast ocean of possible realities. In our digital world, we understand that complex systems can be modeled, simulated, and even manipulated through computation. What if time itself is such a system? This is where quantum computing enters the picture. A classical computer uses bits, ones and zeros. A quantum computer uses qubits, which can be a 1, a 0, or both simultaneously in a state of superposition. This allows them to process information on a scale that is almost unimaginable, capable of simulating staggeringly complex systems, like molecules, weather patterns, or perhaps a timeline. Aditya's theory proposes that a sufficiently powerful quantum computer could map the quantum state of a segment of space-time. It could simulate possible futures based on current conditions, or even calculate the precise energy requirements to navigate to a specific coordinate in the multiverse. Time, in this view, is no longer just a dimension we move through. It becomes a form of cosmic data that can be read, written, and synced. The quantum computer becomes our navigational chart and rudder, allowing us to manipulate and synchronize our position within the multiverse, ensuring we arrive at the correct dimensional address at the correct moment. It transforms the art of time travel into a precise science. We have explored immense energies and complex machines, but what if the most sophisticated time travel device is the one we carry between our ears? The human brain. consciousness remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in science. We don't fully understand how this 3-pound lump of matter generates subjective experience, self-awareness, and the perception of time's flow. Aditya's theory ventures into this profound territory, suggesting that consciousness itself might operate at a quantum level, intrinsically linked to the fabric of reality in ways we are only beginning to suspect. If consciousness is a quantum phenomenon, then perhaps it is not strictly bound by the classical physics of our physical bodies. This opens the door to a truly radical idea: non-physical, mind-based time travel. Imagine a state of deep meditation enhanced by technology, where a trained consciousness could decohere from our present timeline and shift its perception to another point in space-time or another timeline in the multiverse. It wouldn't be your body traveling, but your awareness. You would become a silent observer of the past or a scout of possible futures, your mind navigating the quantum foam from which reality emerges. This is the ultimate convergence of the internal and external cosmos. Our final concept deals with the very substance of reality and communication. To navigate and interact with these other dimensions or timelines, we may need a medium. Enter the realm of exotic matter. This isn't the familiar matter of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Exotic matter is a theoretical substance with strange properties, like negative mass or negative pressure, which is required by physics to stabilize a wormhole. But Aditya's theory adds another layer. What if this matter also serves as a perfect conductor for a unique kind of particle? A particle of pure vibration. Let's call these hypothetical particles exons. They wouldn't carry mass or charge in the traditional sense, but would instead transmit quantum vibrations through the medium of exotic matter. Think of it like a cosmic tuning fork. This would enable faster-than-light communication, not by breaking the speed of light in our dimension, but by sending a signal through the bulk of space-time, across dimensions. You could send a message to a probe in another timeline, receive data from a future observation, or even communicate with other intelligent life across the multiverse. It's the ultimate galactic internet built not on light, but on the resonant hum of reality itself. We have journeyed from the fiery heart of our sun to the deepest mysteries of the mind. We've seen how harnessing stellar energy can power the atomic heartbeat of our world. We've explored how to use hydrogen to slip through gravity's grasp, and how a pocket sun could bend space-time itself. We've untangled the paradox of time travel by navigating the multiverse, using quantum computers as our guide. And finally, we've considered the profound possibilities of consciousness as a vehicle and exotic matter as a medium for cosmic communication. These 8 pillars are not separate fantasies. They are an interconnected, unified roadmap. This is the essence of Aditya's unified theory. It's a grand synthesis that dares to suggest that the next great leap for humanity will not come from one breakthrough, but from the convergence of many. It's a vision where our technological prowess and our inner evolution are not divergent paths, but two sides of the same cosmic coin. It requires us to be both engineers of matter and explorers of consciousness, to build machines that can touch the stars and to cultivate minds that can grasp the infinite. The path is challenging, the scale is cosmic, but the destination is nothing less than our future. The universe has laid out the rules of the game, from the laws of relativity to the strange probabilities of the quantum world. Now, it is up to us to learn how to play. Aditya's unified theory merges Einstein, quantum physics, and the power of the mind. It hands us a new set of keys to unlock doors we once thought were permanently sealed. The future is not a distant shore we are drifting toward. It is a destination we can choose to navigate. The future is closer than we think.